Alright. Hello, everybody. Sorry for the late start. I apologize deeply. I feel like a bad streamer for making you guys wait. I didn't get home until almost 6 anyway, and I ate. Hello, Aliora. Titan. I can't get out! I'm stuck! Get out? But where do I go? It's just a void behind me, and that way, and up, and whoa. Uh, uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay, you guys can hear me still, right? Because my Wi-Fi is taking a massive dump. So we might have some connection issues while we stream. Uh-oh. Oh, hold on. I'm checking. It's checking on my PS5, so give this a minute. Okay, Ooh, this isn't good. I'm gonna test my internet connection quick. 'Cause it's like my box is flashing like crazy. But I guess while I'm able to talk, hello to all you lovely beans. Ali, Guthis, Redacted, Felix, Naomi. Thank you guys so much for being here. Again, apologies for being so late. I will do my best to make it up for you. I am still kind of worried about my internet. I don't know what is happening with it. I kind of want to try and connect to that quick. Oh, let me. Oh, well, music plays. Okay, well, music plays. It looks like internet is more stable. So I'm gonna switch over and see if I can do this. My god, my connection speed on my PS5 is over 200 megabytes. Uh-oh. Oh god. This is gonna be an interesting stream, I can see. 'Cause my whole box just flashed. Yeah, I just lost connection again with that. I'm glad I at least have another thing to connect with, but I'm kind of worried because the backup connection isn't that strong and can disconnect randomly. So I'm just gonna get right into the game before things get worse. So this might be a cursed stream today. Uh-oh. And okay. Can I please stream? Like, I'm scared. So, what I'll do is I'm gonna stay on this connection for now and hope it works out fine. Also, I am back, guys, so please come back and see me. I'm lonely. But we're gonna play the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. Okay, I'm connected to the internet. Let's just move on to the game, please. Oh god, I am scared. Okay, we can turn this off. Alright. The Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. We are in. And we're starting episode 4. The Adventure of the Clouded Kokoro. Kokoro. Which Kokoro means heart. In case nobody knew that. The Adventure of the Clouded Kokoro.
I begin to think, Wilson, said Sholmes, turning his head languidly in my direction.
Oh, I should turn that down.
That there is more to this case than that which we have observed. Indeed,
Ooh?
that there may be another part to this story that we are yet to discover. His eyes wandered, following the steam rising from his cup of herbal tea, leading him to the distant memory of that snowy evening.
Ooh.
To the young lady collapsed on the pavement along Briar Road, and to the knife in her back.
Oh, yikes.
Lit in the soft glow of gas lamps, a most extraordinary scene had been set. And under the cover of a light fog, the curtain had risen silently on the insoluble mystery of our invisible killer.
Ooh. We got a mystery on our hands, gang. Oh boy. That's gonna keep happening today. Again, I'm on my parents' connection. I'm hoping that it stays stable long enough for stream, but we don't show. Alright, so February 19th, the next day. 9:47 a.m. British Supreme Court, Lord Chief Justice Office. Did you sleep last night, Mr. Naruhodo? No, not at all. It was an enormous hotel, wasn't it? And so luxurious. I feel like we were staying in the palace. With all the gas lights twinkling, it was brighter than day, even in the middle of the night. What about the enormous beds? After I timed the SS Brig, I wasn't going to waste a single inch of that space. It's okay, I can still, as long as I'm able to stream, that's what matters in the end. It's just, it's content. I spent the entire night rolling from one side of the mattress to the other. God, goals right there. I am stuck on my tiny bed that actually doesn't even fit me anymore because I'm too tall. And I could barely roll on it without messing the whole thing up. Oh yes, it really was the sort of night you can only dream of normally. Except, I learned that we owed £3 for the rooms. That dream quickly turned into a nightmare. Oops, sorry about that. The building was so impressive and the entrance so inviting, I just wandered in without thinking. In a lodging house in Japan, that's some money would put a roof over your head for a whole year. I did try, but I'm afraid I couldn't help my tears when we were presented with the bill. I really am sorry. Well, never mind. We must find some more affordable lodging straight away, though. If we're not careful, our entire stipend will be used up in 10 days or less. London is a scary place. Yeah, if I ever go to London, somebody protect me. I'll be too vulnerable there. And I would lose all my monies. And we'd have to resort to, what would I have to resort to get money in London? Would I have to be a hooker? Like a male hooker? Give you a steak for 20 bucks. Good morning to you at this early hour. There he is. There's the man of the hour. Oh, yes, well. Good morning to you, Lord Chief Justice. I have come to report on the outcome of the trial at the Old Bailey yesterday. Sao-san is amazing. She doesn't bat an eyelid, even in the presence of the imposing Lord Strongheart. Yes, I believe you had a very comprehensive initiation into British courtroom practices. Oh yes, it was very eye-opening, thank you. And, in accordance with your instructions, Lord Strongheart, Mr. Naruhodo performed his duty to the end. Yes, I've already been apprised of events. You conducted a remarkable defense. You may consider the test passed. Oh! No longer are you a student from the Empire of Japan. May henceforth claim to be a fully fledged lawyer. My country is delighted to welcome young talent from such a remote eastern land. Hell yeah. Thank you very much. So, I'm a lawyer now. Now, in view of your new appointment, I have a fresh case in mind for you. I'd like you to take it on at once. I trust that won't be a problem. Another case already? Nothing trains a lawyer better than practical experience. I'm sure. I don't sense dissatisfaction, do I? It's just that yesterday's trial ended unusually. I haven't quite come to terms with it. What's to come to terms with? The man was cleared. What more were you hoping for? The culpability of the defendant has not, at the present time, been established by this court. Consequently, the jury will not be required to proffer judgment. Well, Lord Von Zeeks, it's been a pleasure, so it has. And as for you, my dear fella, I couldn't have asked for a better defense. Hello, son. How are you doing today, buddy? I hope you're doing well. I haven't seen you here in a bit. He's completely sus. I just can't help wondering if Mr. McGilder really was innocent. Mr. Naruhodo, it's just that I never managed to ascertain the truth. And then the trial ended. Well, you needed to let it trouble you for a second longer. Oh, you're not doing that well. I'm sorry to hear that, San. Hopefully things can be better for you. Here, this is what you get. Here you go, San. You get pats. Sorry? What do you mean, Lord Strongheart? Magnus McGilded passed away immediately following the trial. That was McGilded in the cart. What? No. What? Mr. McGilded is dead? I have 19 minutes and 41 seconds until my next engagement. Time enough to talk. Yeah, what happened? I need to know what happened. Can I present something? Oh, Strongheart, may I show you this? To accept this item, issue a receipt, examine it thoroughly, and make a formal statement of my findings. It requires something in the region of 24 seconds of my time. Sorry? Does the item warrant 24 seconds of my time, Mr. Naruhodo? Let's leave it for now. I had to try something. Look at this armband! Alright, so we've already examined everything before. I guess we can look at it again. believe there. Oh yeah, okay, we've already read all this. So if you didn't look at stuff in episode 3, you can look at it again in this episode. Okay, we're not gonna do that again. Let's converse. So what happened with McGilded? Biffy, hello. I eat your Dorito. Thank you for the gift. That's the wrong button. There we go. Thank you. I'm doing alright, Biffy. I'm doing alright. It was a busier day than I expected, but we rolled through. Internet's being super wonky. OBS already crashed before I even started playing the game, so yeah, stream's a little cursed today. But I guess that's just how it is. Anyways, I don't understand what happened. How can he be dead? After the trial concluded yesterday, there was a great commotion in the Old Bailey. As you'll presumably recall, an omnibus had been wheeled into the courtroom. Right? Yes, of course. That was the scene of the crime which Mr. McGill had been accused of. Precisely. Well, while the bailiff's attention was diverted by some other matter, the omnibus went up in flames. No! How could such a thing have happened? That is being investigated as we speak, but already the police have identified the corpse found inside the shared shell of the carriage as that of McGilded. That's awful! The man must have slipped inside whilst the bailiff's attention was elsewhere. That bailiff really needs to pay more attention. How could that have happened? That is also being investigated as we speak. Thinking back now, immediately after the trial, Mr. McGill did mention going back into the courtroom to look at the omnibus. Well, I must be making tracks now. I'm so sad I can't do his voice anymore. I thought I would see him in future trials. No, I like doing the Irish accent. Well, I must be making tracks now. It's time for the inspection. Sorry, what inspection? They're going to examine the omnibus again, so I'm told. I asked if I could be present for it myself. So why? Oh, saying no. Inspection of the omnibus? Not to my knowledge. I don't believe Scotland Yard had any intention of re-examining the carriage. But then who was Mr. McGilded talking about? Never mind that now. The Yard is making a thorough investigation. Aw. Nah, you're fine, San. You're okay. This matter is no longer any concern of yours. Leave it to the police. Poor Mr. McGilded. Alright, I guess so. Guess we're just gonna have to leave it as is. Very sus, though. So, how did you find your first taste of our country's Supreme Court? Oh, well, I don't know. I mean, it was... wow! This never means that the whole experience was steeped in the solemnity of Great Britain's long history. It's really a world apart from our own judicial system in Japan, which is only a few short decades old. Wow, Sazan has such a way with words. And you seem to have a way of failing to find the right ones. Ah, she reads our mind. The judicial system here is the most advanced in the world. Learn all you can. The most advanced in the world, is it? It was fortunate that your very first trial was a simple affair. Simple? That was simple? As I believe I mentioned yesterday morning, it was a trial you couldn't lose. I don't mean to be contrary, Lord Strongheart, but The case was anything but simple. Did he have something to do with it? Because he said it was a simple case for us to win. But... oh, I have more questions now. The circumstances of the case were so incriminating, I was stunned when I first heard them. In fact, I'm still finding it hard to believe that we managed to get a favorable verdict. Is something funny? No, my apologies. However, the fact is that you did receive the not guilty verdict you set out to achieve. And that can only be attributed to exceptional talent. Wouldn't you agree? Well, I don't know about that. Well, never mind. You exceeded my expectations, I freely admit. That much, at least, is an undeniable truth. Which is precisely why I prepared the new case for you that I mentioned before. What's going on? What was he going to say before? There's a lot I'm being very suspicious about now. Could you perhaps give us more details about the new case you mentioned? Don't tell me it's a murder and the trial starts in 10 minutes. Don't worry, it's nothing so alarming, quite so urgent as your last assignment. In fact, this case is completely different. Oh, I see. Did he just read my mind? That is to say, no one has died. As yet. Wait, what? And the trial will not be today. There's plenty of time to research the case thoroughly. Yay! We actually get time before the trial. 22 hours, 43 minutes, and 19 seconds to be precise. Huh. So the trial's tomorrow then. Is everything alright? Oh, yes, I'm just a little confused, that's all. Yesterday's trial was... well, it's left me wondering if I'm really cut out for being a lawyer. Oh, Mr. Naruhodo. I don't know if I could face standing in that courtroom again after Mr. McGilda's trial. Ah, yes, I nearly forgot. There is one similarity with yesterday's case. Once again, there is currently no one to advocate for the defense. Oh! If the situation remains unchanged, the trial will start tomorrow with the defendant unrepresented. If that happens, I need to remind you of the inevitable outcome. The most terrible end awaits the defendant. Yes, that's right. Oh, here we go again. Looks like we're setting out. Your time is up. You will have to excuse me. I would advise you to begin making preparations for tomorrow's trial. After all, the clock is ever ticking. So it looks like we're finally going to a regular, like the usual Phoenix Wright, where we'll have investigation, trial. So we're kind of hitting the normal momentum. Because those first 3 episodes, I did 4 streams and we're already over halfway through the first game. There's now but 23 hours, 26 minutes, and 39 seconds until the court sits. Last time you mentioned the 23 hours, he said there was plenty of time. Oh no! Hey, I love science, son. And one more thing, Mr. Naruhodo. There is something I should like to ask you. Oh, what's that? Yesterday, you remarked upon something. That you intend to see through the will of your late compatriot, Mr. Asogi. I would be interested to hear what exactly you mean by that. Inside 34 seconds. Oh, well, Cosmo always used to say, you see, he wanted to learn how the greatest justice system in the world would work so he could change ours in Japan. Now that he's gone, I'd like to work towards that myself. And there's another thing. Oh! Another thing. Continue. On the way here, on the steamship, he said something to me. There's something very important I have to do. Something very important? And what exactly would that be? He never had a chance to tell me. I suppose he would have done if he'd ever made it to Great Britain. You're out of time. Well, thank you for an enlightening discussion. Mr. Naruhodo, what's all this about? Mr. Soki never once mentioned anything of the sort to me. Don't worry, San. You missed a lot from the last case. No, don't be like that, San. You can do it. I believe in you, okay? You'll get hugs and pats and cookies. Just gotta believe in yourself and do it. I urge you both to focus your attentions on the matter at hand. I've taken the liberty of summoning the police inspector in charge of the case. He'll be able to apprise you of the details. How long has he been there? So, I wish you the best of luck, and bid you farewell. Guyan. Oh no. There's something very important that I have to do. Kazuma-sama, what do you mean? I wish I knew, but honestly, he never told me. Anyway, we had better talk to the detective, don't you think? Yes, you're right. I hope I'm just imagining it, but I wouldn't say he looks pleased to see us at all. Hello, sir? What is he eating? Could we trouble you? What do you think? Ah! Lovely weather, isn't it? What's the weather got to do with anything? Ah! Listen to me, you young Japanese upstart. Some frippery about the weather doesn't get every English gent eaten out of your hand, you know? He had the fish and chips. But Susao-san told me it was foolproof. I'm a busy man, a very busy man. There's a crime scene to investigate. I'm here having to give the likes of you a talking to. Oh, I'm ever so sorry. Can you imagine what the other officers there will be saying? Haven't seen Gregson everywhere, have you? No, he's too busy with the bigwigs these days. And all because some bumpkin who's here on a jaunt from a country I've never even heard of. Hear that ripping sound? That's my reputation at DR going to tatters. There's no need to rip us apart as well. Oh, he is, I know, he is chowing down. I don't believe we've been introduced. This is Mr. Ryunosuke Naruhodo, defense lawyer. Eh? It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. I'm Mr. Naruhodo's digital assistant, so... Eh? It's lovely weather we're having today, isn't it? Susato, I appreciate the attempt to try to get him to talk, but I don't think that's the appropriate time to do that. It is unseasonably fine, I grant you. London winters don't see a lot of sunshine. That worked. Is that what you say to greet a British person? If I ever go to the UK, I am so going to say lovely weather, isn't it? Unbelievable! How did she pull it off? So, Lord Strongheart has asked me to fill you in on the case. The name's Tobias Gregson. Inspector Gregson to you. I'm from Scotland Yard. Gregson? Inspector Gregson? What's the matter with Susato-san? No, Guyan, we already did the Irish accent for an Irish lad, but he's dead now. Does this Texas name mean something to her? Inspector Gregson. Inspector, are you perhaps the Inspector Gregson? You're acting like you know this man, Mr. Sato. Like a son ire. Oh. He's a London detective. Oh, I do know him. Very well, in fact. Very well. Yes, he features prominently in the adventures of Sherlock Holmes. Oh, in that publication. What's it called again? Ron's Magazine? That's right. Inspector Gregson and Mr. Sholmes enjoy a wonderful, friendly rivalry. Really? You rival the great Mr. Holmes? That's incredible. Oh, Chris Sholmes. Oh, well, I don't know about that. Mr. Sholmes isn't a professional like myself, of course. But he does come up with the goods from time to time. Mr. Sholmes is equally complimentary about you, Inspector, isn't he? You've earned his highest praise. Gregson is the pick of a bad lot of all the Scotland Yarders. Those were his own words. That's his highest praise. Well, Mr. Sholmes isn't particularly known for giving compliments, you see. That he is not, and thanks to that magazine, my name's known all over London town now. That's great, isn't it? I have to admit that to start with, I was a little, well, flattered by all the attention. Everyone wanted to shake my hand, and my reputation in the yard went through the roof. Well, that's wonderful. No, it is not. There's nothing more sinister than the man on the street. They're always looking at me now. There were some rumors about me under their breath, I'm sure. Rumors? Are you quite sure? He's changed since he started appearing in these stories. The fame's gone to his head. Stuff like that. Gosh, do you really think people are saying such mean-spirited things about you? Like I said, they whisper. Yawns. So I can't catch exactly what they're saying. I know what folk are like. I'm sure that's what they're saying. As sure as eggs is eggs. I get the feeling this detective could be very hard work. Oh dear, perhaps the sudden rise to fame does change people. Alright, what about the case, sir? So, about the case that the Lord Chief Justice mentioned before. Nothing to tell, really. As far as we're concerned at the yard, it couldn't be simpler. Oh dear, that probably means... As far as we're concerned as lawyers, it couldn't be more complicated. That is true. That is true. I wish you were wrong about that, but I have a nasty feeling you're right. A young woman was walking along the pavement on Briar Road when she was stabbed from behind. Fortunately, it wasn't fatal, but she's still laid up in hospital unconscious. Hey, for once it's not murder. It's just attempted murder. We're making progress. That's despicable. What sort of coward would attack the poor woman from behind? I suppose you would have finished whoever was off with a solid takedown, would you? That is neither here nor there, Mr. Naruhodo. Brace yourself, Ryunosuke. You've angered her now. Oh boy, she's gonna kick your ass. Anyway, after something of a whirlwind investigation, the criminal was arrested. He really had time for a cup of tea after the incident took place, to be honest. So, there must have been something left in the scene that led you directly to the culprit? Or perhaps a reliable witness to recognize the person in question? I know, right? Does not walk into murder. Let me stop you right there. You're wasting your time on this one. Sorry? There's nothing you can do. There's no way to help the bloke now. Why ever not? Simple. The prosecutor that's been assigned to the trial tomorrow is Lord Baron von Zeeks. No! Sounds like you've heard of him then. Wow, I just got booped. Oh yes, we are very familiar with what Lord von Zeeks. Believed to be the harbinger of death itself. The Reaper of the Bailey. Oh, we're gonna talk about him now? We get more backstory? Lord Baron von Zeeks, who we faced in court only yesterday. Mr. Gillis told us about him before the trial, didn't he? I mean, look at him, he looks like a vampire with that. When von Zeeks stands for the prosecution, they call the accused his sacrificial limbs. And in every single trial in which he's been the prosecutor, the accused has been damned. This Reaper of the Bailey nickname. I suppose these aren't that because every defendant advocates against sound guilty, is that it? Well, if that's the case, we should inform you, Inspector. In yesterday's trial against Lord von Zeeks, Mr. Naruhodo secured a victory and a verdict of not guilty. Huh. And what of it? Oh, well, I think... That means you against the Reaper really is not possible to save the defendant? No, you really don't have a clue, do you? What do you mean? What happened to that bloke in the end, eh? He's dead. Ah! Magnus McGilded came a cropper in that omnibus when it went up in flames. So you can't rightly say he saved the defendant, can you? Ooh, he got a good point. He still died in the end. What are you saying? Look, if Von Zeeks could get it the dirt to stick on everyone, he'd be a miracle worker. But that's not how it goes. He doesn't work miracles. He works magic. Black magic. Inspector Lestrade versus Count Dracula? Oh god. Oh god! He's got black magic? Oh my god. He's a black mage. He cast fire on the omnibus. Later on, he'll have Firaga, and we're all fucked. I'd have a good long think about that if I were you. Are we really supposed to believe that? I mean... I don't know. Right, well, I filled you in as requested, and I'm very nearly out of chips. So I'll be heading back to the crime scene now. We're still carrying on a few investigations there. It was Briar Road, you said, didn't you? Where the incident took place. That's correct, ma'am. And if you head over to the holding cells, you can meet the criminal himself. You've branded him a criminal already? He's as good as. Shaking like a leaf in his cell, he is. It'll give you a chuckle if nothing else. He's inmate 53. Speak to the jailer, and he'll show you the way. Inmate 53, thank you. Good day. And he's gone. So there's no helping anyone against the Reaper of the Bailey, they say. Is something troubling you, Mr. Naruhodo? Oh, what? To tell the truth, when I recall the trial yesterday, I can't stop myself from shaking. The idea of facing the Reaper in court again is... Well, if you think it's too much for you, there's no shame in turning the keys down. That takes courage, too. But if the man they've arrested is innocent, you could well imagine he would be shaking like a leaf in his cell. And I, for one, wouldn't find the sight of that funny. So, if I'm honest, I'm still reeling from the shock of yesterday's events myself. I'm really not sure if I'll be able to help this man, whoever he is. But I'd like to try, so I think I'm going to make some enquiries. Will you help? Did you really think you had to ask? After all, I am your judicial assistant. Aw, thank you. Thank you. So then, shall we? Yes, let's go. Alright, we're out of here. Alright, so... Alright, guys, your choice. Do we go to the scene of the crime? Or do we go check out the prison? I had to check something quick. I would say it would be good to meet our client first, so we know who we're defending. So let's go to the prison. Oh god, look at the cell. Ugh. Local prison cell 9. So these are British prison cells. Oh, they're ghastly. It feels just like a dungeon. Yes, and having experienced it in Japan myself, I can assure you that our wooden cells feel a lot cozier than these cold stone walls. Oh, don't, Mr. Naruhodo, you make it seem worse. Oh, it's bad. Apparently our client is in this cell here, but it's so dark in the back there, I can't make him out. I wonder what he's like. Inmate 53, your legal representative is ill to see you. Stop eyeing in the back of the cell and show your face at once. Am I? Am I a cat as yet with no name? Calling me by a number? It's utterly unbelievably, unjustly unreasonable. I refuse to answer. Oh. Well then, I guess we're done for today. Mr. Naruhodo, what? What do you think is going on here? I have no idea, but I wasn't just hearing things, was I? That tirade of complaints was in Japanese. What? Huh? Who are you? Excuse me, but who? Shh! Quiet! Oh, he is very, twitchy and panicking. They're all around, hiding. I know they are. They're watching, listening, even now. I can sense it. Right. So, can I ask you exactly? There you are. You've come to curse me, haven't you? Don't try to hide it. You're a ghost. A ghost? Zoinks! There's a ghost on the scene. Oh my god. This could be a problem. Just look at him. He has completely lost his mind, right, Susato? We must mean no harm, prisoner son. Are you Japanese by any chance? Oh, he snapped him back senses. This is yeah, my wildest dreams. Okay, we calmed down a little. Forgive me for that outburst before. I'm so sorry. Oh, it's fine. We were just a little surprised, that's all. Imagine it! It's been 12 long months since I left my hometown, and here I am in a frightful fix in a foreign land. Ah! So hearing the sweet, sentimental tones of a compatriot's voice here in this damn dark hellhole was most monumentally moving moment! Okay. Who could have guessed that this new client Lord Stronger assigned to us would turn out to be a fellow Japanese? What compassion my fellow countrymen show! To dispatch a first-class lawyer all the way from Japan to defend a mere foreign student! Most nurturing, never failing, Nippon! Why would he be a perfect Power Ranger with all these poses? I swear to God, like, why? A first-class lawyer? Oh dear, I think there's been something of a misunderstanding here. I wonder, would be so kind as tell us what's happened? Sentai Desu! Why you've been detained as a suspect, for example? Yes, I can, I will! Let, Shay, sullen, and silent! I'm not quite sure I understand what he means, but he seems happy. Yes, he does. I just hope he actually has a good reason to be. Thank you for your cooperation. I am a lawyer, as you said. My name is Ryunosuke Naruhodo. And I am Naruhodo-san's judicial assistant to Sato Mikotoba. I am a visiting student sent here by our government. Notoriously named Natsume. Saseki Natsume. Oh my god. Alright. Okay, Natsume. Tell us more about you. Soseki Natsume-san? What an unusual name. Call me Soseki, please. I'm a poet, you see. A writer of haiku. It's something of a nom de plume. A nom de plume? You mean an alias? That's right, Haruto-san. No, no, no! Don't be so prosaic. It's much more refined than that. And haiku? That really reminds me of home. Did I hear you say that you were visiting students sent over here by our government? Yes, that's right. A year ago, I was told to go and study English. First, I had to suffer that misery, and now this is beyond the pale. Suffer that misery? Did you not want to study here? No, I mean, I've had an interest in Great Britain for some years, of course. Oh. What? Just because the government tells you to do something doesn't mean you can do it? No! What do you mean? If they told me to study English literature, that I could have understood. That's my field. But no, they told me to study the English language. Utterly, unbelievably, unjustly, unreasonable. I see. Only the other day, I was told to send a report about my first year here. I tendered a blank piece of paper. Wise words. Wait, Washi! He's fucking dabbing! He's dabbing with the OK sign! Let's go! Can someone screenshot this and just... Can someone screenshot this for me? This is the perfect dab. You mix the dab up. Yeah, you mix the dab up, you have the OK sign up on the hand. Hell yeah, redacted. I love this. This game's 10 out of 10 now. You must be a man of great standing. Oh, yes. So I'm often told. And often like to be told, it seems. Alright, the accusation. So what exactly happened? Could you perhaps tell exactly why you've been arrested, Sasaki-san? I didn't do it! I didn't commit that atrocious murder! Murder? Oh, no. No, it's all alright. The woman didn't actually die, did she? She was stabbed with a knife right before my eyes! Before your eyes? You mean you saw the attacker? I didn't see anyone. Sent on the server? Yes. I love it. Thank you for that. That is a crazy dab. I didn't see anyone. I didn't see anyone. What? If I'd seen the person who did it, do you think I'd be locked up in here? Oh dear, it seems this case is becoming rather complicated. Why me? Why me? Why did that silly woman have to be stabbed in front of me? It's a curse. The curse of London. It's incredibly, excusably, irritatingly inconvenient. I love speaking for this guy. Oh god, this is fun. This is fun. So, Soseki-san was there at the scene, but he didn't see the attacker. It's vital that we find out more about the case. Okay, so more information, please. It was an cursed evening, just after the snow had started to clear and heavy with fog. I'd been to the bookshop to buy some books, and I was on my way back to the accursed lodgings. Sure the bookshop wasn't accursed too? As I was walking along that accursed pavement, I could make out the sole silhouette of another ahead of me. A woman wearing a green overcoat she was, and just as I went to overtake her... Oh! She suddenly let out a little scream and collapsed onto the cold hard slabs like a stone at my feet. Well, that's horrifying. How terrible! I called out to the woman, but she didn't move. It was like a ghastly, ghoulish, grim graveyard! Just look at his hand. Look at his hands go. Slight exaggeration there, perhaps. I was terrified. I had to get away from there. So I ran as fast as my legs would carry me back to my cursed lodgings. Running was a mistake. That's not good. They'll say it was shameful, I know, to run away like that. Tell me, Sasaki-san, was the victim an acquaintance of yours? Don't be ridiculous. Do you think I know any of these fair-haired English? And you're a woman at that. I'm diffident, shy, timid, unsure. I can't talk to people. This is a mood right here. Alright, I need a new screenshot. This is 100% me. Now I know I need to call myself diffident. This is absolutely me, 100%. I see a young woman unknown to Sasaki-san. At the time it happened, who else did you see nearby? Did anybody pass you? Forgot to play. Apart from myself and the woman, I didn't see a soul. No one? Oh, great. So the victim was unknown to you and there was nobody else on the street at the time. That creates something of a conundrum, doesn't it? Hmm? What conundrum? Game chat? Oh yeah. I had to post it. What do you mean, Susawa-san? What's the conundrum? Well, if what Sasaki-san has just told us is true, there's something I can't explain. He says he didn't know the victim, and that there was no one else at the scene. Then he apparently fled without having been seen. I did! But if that's the case, surely this man has to be the culprit. Ah! You! What did you just say? Nothing! I didn't say anything! Oops, perhaps I thought that a little loudly. Oh, noes. That's not what was troubling me. What I was thinking was, how does Sasaki-san actually come to be arrested? Sorry? He didn't touch the victim, and there was nobody at the scene to see him. So how did the police ever discover that he was there in the first place? Oh yes, she's right. What is this, Seki? It was him. That cursed great detective. He led the police to me. All the bad luck. A cursed great detective? Could it be? I shall never forget that man's name for as long as I live. With his naughty laugh and his self-proclaimed greatness. Brash, big-headed, busybody. Be gone! May you be cursed until the end of your days, Erlach Sholmes. I knew it. Oh my god. Yes, sure, Herlock Sholmes, we need you. Mr. Sholmes? So somehow I'm surprised Sholmes actually figured out it was him that was even there. Erlach Sholmes. Well, I didn't expect to hear that name from this man's lips, that's for sure. It was the morning after that nightmare had unfolded on the pavement before me. I was gnawing on a sliver of hard cheese when some men suddenly burst in through the door. They started shouting at me, "This the police! Put the weapon down!" Yes, it was a thin sliver, and yes, it was hard, but I wasn't eating a weapon. Disgusting, dietary, discrimination, devils! I kind of wanted to keep doing these poses. You clearly had a trying morning yesterday. And there he was, in the middle of all the policemen, grinning like a Cheshire cat. That Erlach Sholmes. It's actually just Herlock Sholmes. He's English. I since found out that he's a famous name in detection here in London. Yes, the great detective is really very well known. And his overly sharp mind managed to deduce my whereabouts apparently. He thinks I'm the knife-wielding madman. Me? This weak, stooped kitten of a man? I wonder what great deduction process led to his conclusion this time. Do you mean to say Mr. Sholmes' deduction was the only reason the police arrested you? That would be really most unreasonable. Well, the thing is, I was thrown into a panic when they barged their way in. Of course you were, that's only natural. I was terrified and trembling, and they kept throwing question after question at me in impossible English. Venus, foreign, film, flammery! Flimflammery. I love this guy. Well, we are in England. You can't really blame them for questioning you in English. Good point, but my mind went blank. I knew I had to answer, but I didn't know what to say. So I just kept repeating things like, yes, I do, and I'm fine. Next thing I knew, I was in manacles. Before I knew it, I was thrown in here. Oh dear, I'm afraid that's hardly surprising. I'm fine? He's not fine now. Oh boy. Mr. Naruhodo Esquire! Oh, you can just call me Naruhodo. And when we're speaking English, a simple Mr. is more than enough. Oh, yes, alright, yes. They really got to me. This country is poisoning my mind. But please, I beg you to defend me in court tomorrow. You can tell them what really happened. You'll do it, won't you? Well, why? Why? Why is it so hard to say yes to me? Well, the thing is, I'm just a student like yourself, on the study tour. A student? I have defended a case in the Old Bailey. Only the one, though. At this moment in time, I really don't know what I'm supposed to believe in. I'm confused about what justice in this country even means. Oh, Naruhodo-san. I'm not even the foreign student who was supposed to be here. I'm a sort of locum lawyer, I suppose. But that armband! That's the mark of a defense lawyer from a great empire! It's a keepsake from the man who should have been here. He was my best friend. A keepsake? Oh no, I know exactly what they're saying about me. Oh, wait, who do you mean? The lawyers, all the British defense lawyers. They won't defend me. Goodness, why do you say that? For the same reasons you know before. When it happened, there was only the victim and myself around. I ran away from the scene of the crime. I'm not a fool. I know it looks as though I must be the culprit. Was it very hard for you, Sir Soseki-san? And anyway, I'm a student from overseas. I'm just a foreign nobody to them, somebody not to be trusted. I heard them openly laughing about me before, my earshot without any compunction at all. Any trial for this is the time, they said, and of course the foreigner did it. They even had the gall to say the man doesn't understand half of what's being said anyway. That's awful. They're wrong. I've studied more English than half of the policemen out there in the streets. I've traveled halfway around the world to learn about these people's country and its great history. But no one here wants to listen to a man with a strange accent. They all hate me. So, at the very least, I'd like to entrust my fate to someone who can listen to me. If I use a tongue. You could do it, couldn't you? When I look into your eyes, I can see it. I can see what you've been through. So Seki-san, it's just that. It's just that... Give me a little time, please. I'll do what I can, for the time being. What do you mean? We shall investigate the case as thoroughly as possible. If we can find some clues, it will give us a much better chance, I'm sure. Oh, yes, thank you. I'll be here, all alone, waiting for you. Welcome to the Mr. Naruhodo, Esquire. We should be going then, Naruhodo-san. We have a case to prepare for. Hell yeah, let's go. Alright, I made the right choice to go here. Let's check out the scene of the crime. Well, I see a dented bike. So this is where it happened. Briar Road. Oh, look at the snowman! Ah, look, Mr. Naruhodo! Look at that regulation metal helmet. It's unmistakable. The Metal Scotland Yard are here. They're investigating as we speak. That is their job, you know. But Mr. Naruhodo, to see one with my own eyes. They're often depicted in the adventures of Herlock Sholmes, but I never dreamt I'd ever come this close to a real Bobby's helmet. What? The helmet? Huh? Of course! I have to try one on one day. Well, I hope your happy dream comes true. Alrighty. Oh, what's the Japanese delegation doing here? Oh! Inspector Gregson! This isn't on the tourist trail, as I'm fairly sure you're well aware. Yes, of course. We're here to investigate. So you've been to the holding cells, then? What do you make of the criminal? He's not a criminal as you put it, Inspector. He's a suspect. We'll see about that. You Japanese like to get together, I suppose. Well, do what you will. It doesn't bother me. The bloke's in court tomorrow, whatever happens, and the verdict's a foregone conclusion. Ah, the stone-cold air of rejection. Descartes, London at this time of year is full of stone-cold air. That makes it worse somehow. Alright, I guess we can converse for now. Yeah, why not? Tell me about Scotland Yard, Inspector. Ever since I read about the adventures at Herlock Sholmes, I've been fascinated by this place. The Yard is the most sophisticated police organization you'll find anywhere in the world, ma'am. Oh, and you know I've always dreamt of wearing a real Bobby's helmet. It does make them look the part, seeing that policeman there with his helmet on. You certainly get the sense that this is a man who will take no nonsense in his duty protecting his city. Oh yes, doesn't it look wonderful? Being a London Bobby is hard going, I can tell you. Oh, really? First thing in the morning, you know what he does? Goes round and rouses all the laborers on his beat so they can get off to work. What? He wakes people up? Yup, raps on their windows with a long pole. Did it myself, going back a bit. I had no idea. Bobby works for the people of the town. It's just another one of his duties. After that, he's there tirelessly patrolling the streets all day long. He has to cover 20 miles a day. That's his regulation distance. Or the regulation distance. I can't really imagine how far that is, but it sounds like a long way. Let me see. 20 miles, that's approximately the distance from Tokyo to Yokohama. On foot? That's definitely taking things a step too far. And when it gets dark, of course, he has the important job of lighting all the gas street lamps. Oh my. And I suppose in between all of these duties, Bobbies are expected to investigate cases as well. And chase after criminals trying to evade the law. I'm not sure you could call it in between exactly, or alongside, but yes. They're expected to handle those jobs as well. We do have men keeling over from time to time, I admit. I'd always dreamt of wearing one of those helmets, as I said. But it's with a heavy heart. I shall have to relinquish that dream to you, Mr. Naruhodo. Wow! Just to keep us from doing all the chores. Your heavy heart will be my heavy head if you do. Alright, about the case? It happened at around 5 in the evening, 2 days ago. Just there on that open bit of pavement. The victim, a young woman, was stabbed with a blade from behind. Is it right that the lady is still unconscious now? You mentioned that she's being treated in the hospital. I never said she was a lady. Truth is, unless she comes around pretty smartish, we won't be able to find out much about her at all. I suppose it means they haven't been able to take a statement from her, of course. Here's a map of the local area I happen to have. You can take it if you want. Really? Are you sure? It's yard policy to give lawyers to defendant suspects the odd bit of information to go on. I haven't actually accepted the job yet, but still. Thank you, Inspector. We gratefully accept. Alright, so a street map of the local area showing where the victim was found. We'll take a look in a sec. Anyway, as far as we know, there was no one else on the scene other than the victim and your fellow countrymen. So who did it, do you think? Not much of a head-scratcher, is it? Well, I know Mr. Natsumi's also claiming not to have seen anyone else around, but just because he didn't see anyone, it doesn't mean we can be sure that nobody else was present. I'm sorry to have to tell you, but we certainly can be sure. How? That was like a moan saying how. How? Because, ma'am, the precise moment of the stabbing didn't go unnoticed. What? We have 2 very reliable witnesses, no less. It was a typical foggy London day, and your client obviously didn't see them. There were witnesses now? Of course there's witnesses. Why aren't there witnesses? Why wouldn't there be witnesses? Who are those witnesses, Inspector? A fellow and his wife, and the man's one of the most reliable inspectors in all of London. He's a copper from Scotland Yard. Ah! A policeman? That might change things. And this policeman just happened to be there at the exact moment the woman was attacked? Nothing to be clear about that, ma'am. Part and parcel of being a Bobby. Catching them banging the act and all that. Do you think it might be possible for us to ask that policeman a few questions? Be my guest. You can ask him what you like. In court tomorrow. Oh, I don't doubt he'll be summoned as a witness. So that'll give you something to look forward to. That's that then. He's got no intention of letting us meet the man beforehand, it seems. I thought we were going to get some nice information for once, but nope. Policeman witnessed the incident. As your judicial assistant, I must warn you this can make our job very difficult indeed. Yes, as a non-judicial assistant, I could have warned me of that too. Oh yes, one more thing, Inspector. What? The person who led you to the suspect. I hear that was Mr. Sherlock Sholmes. What are you bringing him up for? Was it something that said? The color is drained from his cheeks. Oh. Who did you hear that name from? Oh, well, it was Mr. Natsumi who mentioned it. He said that Mr. Sholmes was with the police when they entered his lodgings. I'm sure as a result of one of Mr. Sholmes' inspirational great deductions. Phil Faddle. Ah! Man's an amateur. I'm getting sick and tired of him showing his mug everywhere. Oh. I don't know where he gets it information from. He turns up the scene of the crime, wanders around spotting incomprehensible rubbish. Before you know it, he claims to have solved the case. Yeah, that sounds like him. I'm gonna turn something off. It's actually getting a little cold in here. Yes, he's quite astounding, isn't he? Oh, excuse me, that hit me suddenly. I did not mean to do that. I greatly apologize. Oh no! That one just hit me out of nowhere. He is a great help to Scotland Yard, though, isn't he? Oh, Naomi, I'm sorry. Belchy, no. No, I'm sorry. Gibble gabble. Gibble gabble. Sounds like a Pokemon. Gibble, gibble gabble. Gabble, gibble gabble. Gibble gabble. Ah! Ever seen this before? Oh, yes, that's Ron's magazine. The wonderful publication in which the adventures of Sherlock Holmes appears. Yeah, that was a big one, though. Oh, Wi-Fi went out again. I'll just be thankful that this internet's holding at least. Yes, well, that wonderful publication, as you put it, sees fit to include several of the Yard's detectives in the stories. And the so-called great detective makes a mockery of all of us. If you ask anyone at the Yard, it's a misadventure to be including any Sherlock Holmes tale at all. Well, I suppose there is an element of that. We work our socks off, every one of us, only be trumped by the public thanks to that frumped by the public thanks to that obnoxious detective. The man's as dangerous to us as Scotland Yard is used to all our criminals. That can't really be true, can it, Inspector? Clearly, the great detective and police have a complex relationship. Alright, so more about tomorrow's trial? That twitchy Japanese bloke goes on trial tomorrow. You going to defend him or not? Well, makes no difference to me, but I will just say this. No London lawyer worth his salt would touch that case with a larger pole. A barge pole? Because the prosecutor's being held by the Reaper of the Bailey, you mean? There's no way to save the man now. It's a waste of time trying. It is all a bit strange, though. Sorry? The Reaper. He hasn't appeared in court once for a good few years now. Yes, we did hear something to that effect. And the only people he usually bothers with are the real scum. The master criminals. The violent ones. The master criminals? The violent ones? That's right, he handpicks his victims. Only deals with those guaranteed to go to the gallows for their sins. But Mr. Natsumi wouldn't hang for what he's accused of, surely. That's just my point, sunshine. Yes, the young woman was stabbed, but they didn't kill her. Couldn't even say the intent was there. So, this is the sort of case that you expect the Reaper to want to sink his teeth into, for want of a better phrase. Well, it's not exactly a minor infraction, is it? No, there's got to be more to it. Some reason he's taken an interest. Yeah, that is kinda suspicious. Why would he take a case like this when it's just attempted murder? But the fact that there's not intent, what would it even be? Really? What's our reason, Inspector? You think I can tell what's going on inside the head of that Lord of Darkness? You'll have to ask him yourself at tomorrow's trial. Are you really going to have to face the Reaper again? The Lord of Darkness, as he put it? Guess that's all we're getting from him. Well, I don't think we're going to get any more useful information out of the detective. Mr. Naruhodo, can I make a suggestion? Oh, yes, what is it? Well, it seems to me We must speak with him about this. Yeah. By him, do you mean Mr. Sholmes? Yes, Mr. Sherlock Sholmes, exactly. Look at those shining eyes. You can't wait, can you? Well, Mr. Nasumi... well, it's definitely not... Well, no, because it's not even murder. She didn't die. So, I'm not 100% sure what the charges would be. Like, I guess only attempted murder? Oh god. Titan, please. Yes, he did! He really did! Which makes him an involved party in the case. Are you just going to ignore that? I hope not. I assure you, it's not simply my selfish desire to meet with Mr. Sholmes again. The trouble is, I have no idea of the man's address even. It's Baker Street. How do you know that? It's in the stories, of course. 221B Baker Street, the most famous address in the world. Oh, I see. Well, there's nothing to stop us from going, I suppose. We better try to find our way there before Sada-san gets any more excited and unpredictable. Oh, whoa, she getting excited? Hurrah! I'll summon the carriage. So we'll retire reunion already with the great detective, Mr. Sherlock Sholmes. Okay, so before we go, there is a lot to explore. That's a rather typical old brick building, isn't it? I'm sure it has a long and interesting history. Well, time certainly seems to have taken its toll on the place. It's crooked and sagging all over. In fact, it looks decidedly worse shaped than the other houses around here. We must find some cheap lodgings ourselves as soon as possible. Yes, you're right. Cheap, but ideally with reasonable level floors. Yeah, that would be good to have. I don't know what this bike's about. Oh, a British bicycle, look! Although the wheel is so misshapen, I'm sure it couldn't possibly be ridden anymore. Someone must have been doing some breakneck cycling. It seems bicycles were extremely popular in London recently. There's even a movement to change women's dress to allow them to ride as well. The bicycle fad won't last. I don't see why anyone would want to ride something like that. Bruh. Goodness, do you dislike bicycles? No, not at all. I mean, it's not that I dislike them exactly. It's just that any occupation involves taking both your feet off firm ground seems reckless. If you ever tried walking on stilts and fall into a river, I know you'd agree with me. We'll have to hire a bicycle sometime. You can sit behind me while I ride you around. Of course, she would be leading us. Oh, look at the windows of that building there. Are you sure they're windows? Yes, but they're all filled with them with bricks. Oh, you're right. I wonder why. Perhaps instead of empty property where nobody lives at the moment? There's smoke coming from the chimneys, though. Oh dear, everyone still seems very foreign. There's so much we have to learn about this place. I know, we're not even getting a chance to learn. It doesn't look like there's much. Snowman! But the delightful snowman. I didn't realize the English had a tradition of making snowmen as well. That's a little creepy though. Oh, it has a scarf, look! You need one if you were out in this freezing cold all the time. I wish I had one. I'm afraid our budget is somewhat frozen at the moment too. We certainly can't afford a scarf. Surely the snowman here wouldn't miss his. But the person who made the snowman certainly would. Yes, I know, you're right. Anyway, even if I borrowed this, it wouldn't do much to warm the neck, would it? It's covered in snow. Oh god. I'm barely over an hour in the stream. I'm so tired. Don't worry, that was just from water. Let's see. Talk to you? That's one of the officers of Scotland Yard. The police are making sure the crime scene is undisturbed. I have a feeling that if we wander too close, we'll be clapped in irons. I think perhaps you're being a little overcautious. We've done nothing wrong, so we have no cause for concern. Oh no, I'm not getting called off again. Twice is enough. Twice I found myself in handcuffs despite not knowing a thing about what was going on. That is true. Yes, you've had some dreadful experiences. I'm sure it's that wide-eyed look of panic you're so prone to. Yeah, that's accurate. It does no you no favors at all. Ugh. Alright. This patch of pain must be where the incident occurred. Yes, it's a very wide open space, isn't it? Alright. Let's try. I can't see anywhere an attacker could have been hiding. Oi! What are you foreigners doing here? Ah! We just investigating the scene, officer. Conspiring with that mustached fellow from Japan, are ya? Conspiring? Come here to destroy evidence, have ya? Get out of here before I give you an ident. Go on. Oh. He shoots away like rats. Yes, we should give him a wide berth, I think. What a disappointing experience. What an asshole. Oh, there's Scotland Yard carriage! Oh! Oh god. Smack me awake, please. That was literally me smacking my face. They use vehicles like that to rush to crime scenes and cut hard-away criminals. Yup, my time with Assassin's Creed showed that. You're very well informed, aren't you? It's long been a dream of mine to ride one of those through the streets of London. But that would mean being arrested in order to ride it. Wouldn't it? Still, if it's the only way, help me find a good stone. No. I wasn't serious. Tuh. Oh yeah. I wanted to take a look at the map. Okay, so away from Meerschaum Street. Okay. Nothing new. Location's been added. Sholmes is sweet. Let's go. We're going to see Sholmes. Oh look, it's cutscene. I wasn't expecting that.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Overlooking the street. Good day. Thanks again.
We're made it.
The residence of Mr. Herlock Sholmes.
We made it. Nice. A cute little cutscene. We didn't have one yet this episode, so I'm kind of happy with that. Oh my goodness. 12:53 p.m. Sholmes' suite. So this is where the great detective makes his living. It feels surreal to be here somehow. Butler really made it? Oh my god. Why? Why you do this? Hold on. Fix it. I'm gonna fix myself here. Let me fix myself again. Yes, you want me to go punch him? Wait. Wait, you two are roommates? That's kind of cool, actually. Is this described in the stories, Miss Sato? Uh-oh, she's gonna have a nerdgasm. Do it for some lols, oh no. Susato-san? Aw, many things keys have been solved here in this very room. Oh, I suppose they must have been, yes. That's pretty cool for you two. Yeah. Guthix Titan. I never read the story, so it's hard to get quite as excited about it as she seems to be. The detective chases the villain relentlessly and disappears into the fog down an unlit London street. Oh, the thrill of it, the romanticism! Can't you feel a heart pumping in your chest? Can't you, Mr. Naruhodo? Guthix Titan. Oh, I suppose I can, yes. So if you don't mind, I'll just stand here and soak up the atmosphere for a while longer. Please don't mind me. She's obsessed. Oh noes. Well, it looks like your detective friend isn't home at present. Excuse me, is anybody home? Oh, do we have a visitor? Oh, it's you again. Hello. Is it a new case for Mr. Sholmes? Hello. Wait, aren't you... Oh, how rude of me! I'll go make some tea at once! I'm gonna have to have a higher pitch for her. I'm sure it's the same girl. Mr. Sato, did you see the girl who was just here? Oh yes, isn't it truly extraordinary? To think that the King of Bohemia came to this very room to ask Mr. Sholmes to take on his case. What? I don't even want to know. The King of Bavaria? King Wilhelm Gottfried Sigismund von Ormstein, of course. Sorry, I'm drawing a blank. Forget the adventurer Herlock Sholmes for a moment and look over there. Tea's brewed. Now a freshly baked cake as well. Oh, I'm gonna start laying down because I'm honestly kind of tired and I just kind of want to be comfy. Well, I'm still gonna stream, still gonna have VC face up. How about that? That definitely works. Ah, it's you! I knew it. Sato-san recognized her too. Yeah. Ah, there you are. I'm taking that with you as well. And Susanoo is in pure Rhapsody. Oh, Bohemian Rhapsody. I like that. I was looking forward to the trial run on the experimental smoke grenade launcher. Oh, good day to you. I'm, well, the inventor, I suppose. That machine. It's the girl who turned up at the end of Mr. McGilda's trial in the defendant's antechamber. I've never met a lawyer from the Far East before. Or are you having to get straight to work when you've only just arrived in London? Oh, yes, it was challenging. Well, try this tea. It's my special blend, you know. Oh, thank you. Is tea supposed to look that color? No. This is what's gonna end up happening to him. Ugh. Just dead. And this was a mistake because now I'm super comfortable on the bed. And it's probably gonna be a short stream, just saying. I cannot keep awake too long. Thank you. Is he supposed to look that color? Oh my, what a fragrant yet mellow flavor. Hooray, it's a winner! I tried blending different leaves designed to alleviate fatigue, you see. You must be exhausted after your long voyage here. You have another ticklish trial tomorrow. Oh, and you're the defendant Japanese man. I do wish you lots and lots of luck. Mr. Sholmes tell you about us by any chance? Oh, you know Hurley, do you? Hurley? Mr. Sholmes to you, Shirley? Mr. Sholmes was a fellow passenger on the boat that brought us to Great Britain, you see. Was he really? Well, I had no idea. Now, I'm afraid Hurley's out into the air again today. You know he hasn't returned from overseas. Or just returned. Wait a minute. We met this girl for the first time ever yesterday after the trial, and only briefly at that. How on earth does she know so much about us? Did she... What's that say? Did she deduce all those things, do you think? And perhaps more to the point, why isn't she here in Mr. Sholmes' suite? Oh, silly me, I haven't introduced myself, have I? Finally, we get a name. Surely just... Hold on. It's a great pleasure to meet you both. My name is Iris Wilson. I had to get here together with Hurley. Oh god, it's a child. Nobody loot her. Oh boy. Ah, Iris, what a wonderful name. Oh, what a wonderful name. What? What's the matter? No, wait, this can't be. Did you really see that your point? Oh my god, I am in a weird rut right now tonight. Did you say that your name is Wilson? What's the matter with Salazar? Why is she so flustered all of a sudden? I know, like Dr. Watson. Yes, that's right. What are your names? Oh, I read on this Gay Naruhodo lawyer from Japan. Oh, sorry. God, I got cozy, but now I'm just like, oh, I'm gonna pass out here on stream. It's gonna look bad. I'm Mr. Naruhodo's judicial assistant, Susato Yukotoba. Wonderful to meet you. Lovely. Susie and Runo. Got it. What? I'm being called Runo? Okay, game. Susie? And Runo. There's more to this girl than meets the eye. I have so many questions for her. I don't know where to start. No, I don't want snoozes yet. I want to go at least a half an hour more. Yes, and so do I. Alright, I guess we gotta ask everything. Alright, Iris. It was you that we ran into yesterday, wasn't it? At the Old Bailey. Yes, that's right. You are so helpful. Thank you so much. We go sleepies. We hear Bluey snores. No! No! No, you can't just hear my snores, Naomi. Oh no, I'm in trouble. Oh no, not at all. I'm so sorry we couldn't have been more welcoming. Though at the time we did have a rather large gun pointed at us. No. Alright, Guy, and here's the thing. I actually like sleeping in Discord calls. I like sleeping in Discord calls. Having a sleeping buddy. It's nice. Sleep calls are legitimately a nice thing, and I want more of that. I haven't had one in a long time though. Yeah, the large gun. Oh gosh, she's got the gun. Like this? Oh. Thinking back now, you left with Miss Lestrade in tow, didn't you? Oh yes, that awkward witness, Gina Lestrade. Oh, Guinea? Yeah, she's a professional pickpocket. So we found out. It was very naughty of her to pitch my invention like that. Are you referring to that trout destructing gun-like contraption? Exactly, so I followed her, you see, to get it back. Perhaps I should think about finding a self-destruct mechanism of my inventions. No, I think we're good. I don't think we need. But as you say it, Guyan, while I enjoy sleep calls, I would be very embarrassed if I fell asleep on stream. That would be a nightmare come true. This girl is dangerous, you think? Anyway, I brought Guinea back here after that. So she can apologize to my trusty technician. Sorry, your technician? Hurley, of course, silly. Hurley? Yes, Herlock Sholmes. We live here together. I had no idea the great detective was such an interesting young daughter. Daughter? Not likely. What? I wouldn't call him Hurley if he was my father, would I? Well then, what is your relation with Mr. Sholmes? Well, I expect you found that the lodgings of Wayne County and London are very expensive. Sleepy time stream, that time you snore, blue snooze. Oh no. Alright boys and girls, we're doing a blue snooze stream. Get ready to watch me pass out and potentially snore. So the solution is to share the cost with a partner, a roommate. Your roommates? Oh, that's it? I hope you don't mind me asking, Iris, but how old are you? 10. At last this year. Well, what of your mother and father? Oh no, they're not around. Dreams come true? Oh my god, Naomi. Oh, I see. I wonder what the story is there. Can I actually... I want cozy. Hold on. That kind of works. Yes. Haha. Gaming the system. Dirk Loaf? Yeah, I want to be a loaf. So Wilson. Oh yes, there's something I must ask you. Of course. Go ahead, Susie. I am a very great fan of the Adventures of Herlock Sholmes and... Oh, you have a copy of Run's magazine! Yes, I read every issue. It's delivered all the way to Japan on a ship. Oh, this is so exciting! My stories are being read on the other side of the world! My stories? Oh, she's the writer? That's right, Hurley's always solving such amazing cases, you see. And he tells me all about them. They really are quite fascinating. It would be such a shame if I was the only one who ever heard them, don't you think? Goodness! Now, last night he was telling me all about a new case he just solved on a steamship traveling from a faraway land. So I was just a little typing up the manuscript for the next issue before you came. So you are the author. But good to know, you know. So you are the author. Yes, I'll let you in on a secret if you like. I'm going to call this latest adventure the Speckled Band. Speckled Band? That's certainly very familiar. Oh boy. course, I always change one or two details in the stories, here and there. This time, I had the idea of making the venomous snake be the cause of all the trouble. Oh, that was Mr. Schultz's first thought as well, actually. Yes, and of course, I know that a snake might not be a credible fit for the facts of this case exactly, but it's a story. Some pathetic license justified to make it more thrilling. Make it thrilling, I think, don't you? It depends on what it is. Ow. A Sherlock and Watson you can't ship? So, do you mean to say... Are the stories about Mr. Sholmes that are published in Ren's magazine all written by me? Yes! Am I wonderful and very modern typewriter? But all the stories I've ever read are written by a doctor of medicine, Dr. John H. Wilson. That sounds getting more and more worked up. Oh no. Ah, yes, that's me. I mean, my name really is Wilson. But what about the doctor of medicine part? That's all true too. I'm a doctor of medicine. No, at 10 years old? At 10 years old? Well, that's quite credible. But, Dr. Wilson's English gentleman. Ah, yes. Oh boy. Hold on a second. There we go. I have fixed it. And now I blep for you. Now that's gonna mess with the... It's gonna mess with the follower goal a little bit. That'll be fine. It'll fix itself once the band's the once the band. I'm just gonna print it instead of stick my tongue out while I talk. They'll fit. It will just improve the follower goal once the bands take place. All right, I'm not gonna talk like that ever again. That was awful. How do people talk with their tongues out? I can't bite. I did alter the settings slightly for the stories to be more compelling. Oh. Well, it sounds a little strange, doesn't it? Great detective with a 10-year-old girl in tow? No, we know, Naomi. It is what it is. I suppose it does, yes. Poor Susano-san, she looks like her whole world is just falling apart. And back to this music. Introductions just now? About before. Yes? What's on your mind, Bruno? Do tell me. How did you know that I was a lawyer and we just arrived in London, I mean? Yes. Oh! And then we have a different trial tomorrow. How do you know all that? Oh, that's what you mean. Please, tell me how you did it. Explain every detail. Oh, of course. We'd late, although there's really no mystery. Now, let's begin. What? Irene Wilson is proud to present her Logic and Reasoning Spectacular. What? What, Iris? First of all, I knew already that you were a lawyer, Runa. After all, I met you yesterday at the Old Bailey in the defense antechamber. Well, you also said that we'd only just arrived in London. How did you know that? I asked for the passport and travel ticket protruding from your breast pocket. Oh, so I was reasonably confident that you must have only just arrived in the country. And on top of that, you accepted a case against that particular prosecutor. Tell me you were unaware of London's court affairs. The Reaper of the Bailey? I walked right into that one, didn't I?
Then I noticed a red ink stamp on the back of Susie's hand. You were given that when you visited the local prison to meet with the suspect, weren't you? Earlier today?
Ah!
They use those stamps to keep a close eye on comings and goings, see?
I didn't realize.
And a red stamp is only used for people visiting foreign inmates. So that told me that even though you had only just the trial of Magnus McGilded, you had already caused to visit a foreign inmate, a local prison. However, neither was wearing a particularly expression on your face. It concluded that the prisoner was unlikely to be a friend or a relative. Whether the prisoner was unlikely to be a friend or relative.
Right.
That led me to believe that you must be accepted in your case.
I see.
But how could you have known that the trial is tomorrow? Well, having barely been home a few hours yesterday, Hurley solved yet another case.
Absolutely amused him.
As he amused him, he told me that he caught a Japanese man who was falling and trembling.
Japanese man? Well, clearly it must have been Mr. Natsume. Mr. Natsume.
Now, Bruno has that fancy Japanese sword. And I think your outfit is called a kimono, isn't it, Susie? Well, anyway, it was clear to me that you both come from Japan yourselves. So I put two and two together and decided you must be defending the Japanese man Hurley caught.
And there was only one conclusion those facts could lead me to.
You both came here to ask Hurley about the case.
She got that perfectly.
There's a note on the mantelpiece that says the man's trial will be held tomorrow. He's always stabbing his nose with a knife, you know. He is silly.
And that's all there was to it, really.
Thank you for listening. I'm Ira Wilson, and that was once one of my great deductions.
Oh, why did that work out better than actual Detective Holmes? That was also a mistake. I laid down briefly. I could just feel my consciousness fading. Oh no. They're shocked.
Well, was the winner? Were my deductions correct?
They were spot on.
That was amazing, Iris. Truly a great deduction.
You managed to discern something of Mr. Shum's delivery.
Oh, well, I was just copying Hurley's style for that.
This is really very good news.
You could tell us all about the case involving the Japanese man. You will, won't you, Iris? Please.
Actually, I mean...
Ah. Chronos! Yay! It's good to see you, Chronos. I'm glad you're out of the hospital.
Rack the Jipper? Nope. But we did meet someone, a Japanese man who's very active. Like, you can look at memes in the server. That was, it's... Sleep, sleep, sleep. No! Naomi, I'm not going to sleep on stream.
You shush, silly girl. You could tell us all about the case involving the Japanese man. You will, won't you, Iris? Please.
Oh, there we go. Finally, something new. The case of the Japanese man.
So yesterday, Mr. Sholmes apprehended the Japanese man, you were saying? Yes. Hurley had just arrived back in London after a sea voyage. The police were waiting for him at the railway station to take him directly to the crime scene.
Ah, the great detective is a popular man, it seems.
Apparently, one woman was stabbed on a quiet street somewhere in town. There are witnesses who had seen a short, shifty-looking suited man running away from the scene. A short, shifty-looking suited man? Mr. Natsume beyond any doubt. Sasaki-san said that he didn't see anybody else on the street at all. But it seems there were witnesses after all. Hurley uses great deductive powers to determine the man's address. There's a lodging room very nearby. He went directly with the police and what did he find? A short, city-looking man shivering in fear. Mr. Sholmes' reduction surely hit the mark this time. Of course it did. He's a great detective. I think Kronos is feeling better for sure. And again, no rack the jipper. You don't need that right now. Where was I? Yay! Big hugs for Kronos. He deserves them. The best bean. Still, that means the incident occurred only 2 days ago. Surely tomorrow's too soon for the trial, isn't it? Definitely. We have no time to investigate properly. Harley says that London is rife with crime. Oh. Scotland Yard is doing its best, but they can't stay on top of it, apparently. Oh dear, I didn't realize the situation was so dire. Oh. I can't afford to spend too much time investigating cases trying to find the criminals in court. Staff and money are both short. Crimes are usually pinned on the first suspicious person. That's terrible. I suppose it's the harsh reality of the workings of the world's greatest justice system. I suppose it is, but in that case, I don't hold on to much hope for Sasaki-san. Yeah. Who knows how this will work? Imagine everybody doing the same thing. Thank you for asking so many of our questions, Iris. It's been very informative. Oh, you're most welcome. I've had so much fun. Do you happen to know where Mr. Sholmes is at the moment? As you guessed, we'd like to ask him some questions about the case as well. Ah, well, I expect Harley's still investigating the scene. Of the case involving Mr. Natsume, correct? Yes, Mr. Natsume? Hurley said he was going to the man's lodgings. If you leave now, you'll probably catch him there. Iris, do you know where these lodgings are? Well, I imagine the police are still investigating the scene of the crime. Themselves, aren't they? Did you happen to come across a detective by the name of Gregson when you were there? Yes, we know Inspector Gregson. Ah, goody. In that case... Give Gracie this for me, would you? If you do that, I'm sure he'll tell you what you want to know. What is this? $5 piece in a postcard. It's $5 piece in a postcard, it seems. This is Iris's postcard. Iris's postcard has been entered into the court record. Now, I'll admit this. When I get tired and sleepy, I'll start having like immediate dreams, but then they slide into a conversation had like against the model, like oh god, yeah, I am all over the place. I am tired. I'm tired and I'm imagining things and incorporating it into stream. Oh no. I want to go a little. I want to see Inspector Holmes. Okay. reads, "Tell the gentleman in black whatever he wants to know. I trust that won't be a problem." Gosh, this will make the inspector help us, will it? Dreams, my pain meds are knocking me out. Nighty-night. I hope your pain meds make you sleep nicely. And I'm glad to see you again, Kronos. Big hugs for you. Well, thank you, Iris. We'll give it a try. I go to bed too, but it's too early, and I didn't stream that long today. I gotta keep going. Good luck then. I'm going to return to writing my manuscript, The Speckled Band. And I'll be making more speckled blends of tea, or special blends of tea. So come back again soon. We'll be delighted. Thank you so much, Iris. Well, Mr. Naruhodo, it's back to the scene of the crime. Wait, can we... So, somewhat dubious that they would exert any influence over the scouting yard at all, we head back to the scene where Iris' curious note and one of the world's heaviest silver coins in hand. Oh! To be continued. Oh! So that was first part of the investigation done. Not bad. What do we do? What do we do? What do we do? Do we continue? I want to continue. Just checking something quick. Give me a second. Give me a minute here. Okay, I read some weird things just now, so I think that's good for me. Okay. Yeah, let's go on, shall we? Back 2:38 p.m. Wow, it's been a couple hours. Looks as though the police are still here, carrying on with their investigation. Perfect. So let's find Inspector Gregson as quickly as possible. Yes, and let's see if he'll take a break from his chips to look at that silver tip Iris gave us for him. Do. Let's go. Ah. Yeah. Yeah. Gotta love it. Alright. Present the postcard. Inspector Gregson, do you have a moment? I'm sorry to say I don't. I'm a very busy man. Much too busy to talk to prepare foreign gadabouts, that's for sure. We have these for you. A present from Miss Iris Wilson. What? For me? From her ladyship? Her ladyship? Give that here! M1, come on, hand it over. That's for me! Ah, don't wait for me to give it to you, will you? What was that coin exactly? It's a lot more. Silver crown, obviously, but it's a lot more than that. But it's an an appearance fee, that's what it is. An appearance fee? Oh, I see. You mean... That's right, for the adventures of Herlock Sholmes. Her ladyship always offers me a little financial reward featuring me every time. Yes, yes, of course. I know all about your exploits, Inspector. I read them avidly. Of course, her using my name without us to say so does make me the butt of a lot of unpleasant jokes, but still. I'm sorry, Inspector, that must be difficult for you. Never you mind that. So, what you want to know then, eh? Sorry? Tell the gentleman in black whatever he wants to know. I trust that won't be a problem, it says. Well, obviously it's not a problem. Go on, fire away. What do you want to know? Well, if you wouldn't mind, Inspector, the marriage was like the little address of Mr. Natsumi's lodgings. Ah, the little knife-wielding, mustached Japanese fellow? He lives in a right old hovel. It's just over there. Look! The brick building? On the first floor of that house on the corner where that wreck of a bicycle's propped up. That is nearby indeed. If I remember rightly, the landlord is a Mr. John Garadeb. Right, well, if you see her again, you make sure you give her ladyship my regards, you hear? I mean it. You tell her that Gregson sends his very best wishes. Don't worry, Inspector, we will. Goodbye for now, then. And long live her ladyship. Wow, she's got some influence. Okay. Well, at least he told us what we wanted to know before he left. Yes, so then, shall we go and see what we can find in Mr. Natsumi's lodgings? Definitely. Alright, let's move over. Alright, let's take a look inside. I can survive a little more. We'll look in here and I think they'll do it. Looks like the place got ransacked. Oh. May I help you? Ah, yes. Would this be the residence of Mr. John Garadeb? Indeed it would, sir. And who, may I say, is calling? My name is Rinosuke Naruhodo. Mr. Naruhodo is representing Mr. Soseki Natsume. I believe he's taking lodgings here? Or he takes lodgings here? We would very much like to ask him some questions about our client. One moment, please. I shall convey the message to Mr. Garadeb. Like, you see the fatness, I have to give it kind of voice. Do you see that, Miss Susato? There's a real-life English maid. I know. As I understand it, anyone of standing in English society empathizes a number of household staff. Ah. Ow. That was the first time I've ever seen one in the flesh. Oh, this day keeps getting better. It certainly feels like we really arrived now, doesn't it? We need only to meet a butler and the experience will be complete. Well, I'm not sure I'd go that far, but I understand the sentiment. I'm in trouble. Oh god, I just imagined something and that's why I responded. Oh, the dreams in real life are intermixing! And Wi-Fi's dead again. I'm glad at least the other internet's holding up. Well, I'm not sure if I go that far, but I understand the sentiment. Thank you for waiting. Mr. Garadeb will see you now. This way. Oh. God, you know what? I honestly can't keep myself awake. So, as much as I would like to keep streaming, I think I just need to end it. I'm sorry I did not do too much today, guys. I really am sorry. I did have fun, though. I can make it up for you guys for the people that saw my my door.
For the people that saw my schedule, I did say I would play another game after... Like, I was gonna mess with my Switch after finishing up Metroid Fusion. I think instead I'll play a couple more hours of this game on Saturday. I think that'll work out. Just to make it up for you guys. And hopefully I won't be like this tomorrow. Yeah, so let me find somebody to raid tonight. Let me see. Just so you guys have somebody to watch. Oh, that was loud. Okay, we will raid Demi Bun for tonight. Yeah, I will do my best to sleep. I can chat in Discord briefly if you guys want, just like message. But we're gonna raid Demi Bun. They are doing the long drive, which is a pretty fun game, in my opinion. Wait, I started the raid. What happened? What? Oh. Demi Bun? Can I not raid? Hold on. I have a raid in progress? What? Oh. It does say that. Alright, well, I'll see you guys tomorrow for more Deathloop, our second session. I'm an idiot, not realizing the raid already started. So have a good night, everybody, and I will see you tomorrow. If I'm not passing out, like now. Take care!